Good afternoon, everyone. I am Haisalyn Lumpapac, and this afternoon I am going to discuss about ecological literacy. So first, we have explore. The development of ecological understanding is not simply another subject to learn, but a fundamental change in the way we see the world. So explore means to investigate, examine, or search into something thoroughly, often discovering new information, insights, or perspective, and gaining a deeper understanding of a subject or topic. So, developing ecological understanding is a profound shift in perspective. Not just acquiring knowledge, it reveals the intricate web of relationship between living things and environments, changing how we think about our place in the world. This new worldwide informs our daily choices, prioritizes the planet's well-being, and foster a deeper connection with nature, ultimately transforming our relationship with the world around us. So now let's define what is ecological literacy. So ecological literacy, it refers to an individual's understanding not only on ecological concept but also of his or her place in the ecosystem. So it means ecological literacy encompasses not only knowledge of ecological concepts, but also awareness of one's role and responsibility within the ecosystem. It involves understanding the interconnectedness of living systems, recognizing human impact on the environment, and adopting sustainable practices to promote ecological balance and health. This holistic understanding enables individuals to make informed decisions and take actions that support the well-being of both humans and the planet. Next, the term ecological literacy was first introduced by David Orr in 1989. So, David Orr introduced the ecological literacy in 1989. So, it emphasizing the need for people to understand their place within the natural world and the importance of ecological principles in guiding human actions and decisions for a sustainable future. Orr argued that ecological literate person understand the dynamic of the environmental crisis, which includes an understanding of how people become so destructive. So David Orr emphasized that ecological literacy requires understanding the dynamics of the environmental crisis, include the root causes of destructive human behaviors. This involves recognizing the interconnectedness of social, economic, and ecological systems and how human action impact the environment. By understanding these dynamics, individual can develop a deeper appreciation for the need for sustainability and take informed actions to mitigate environmental degradation. It is important to foster correct knowledge to ensure positive approach to the environment. So, fostering correct knowledge about the environment is crucial for promoting a positive approach. Accurate understanding inspires responsible behaviors, sustainable practices, and informed decision making, ultimately contributing to a healthier planet and more environmental conscious society. This foundation of knowledge encourages proactive efforts to promote and preserve nature. So Yoglu 2009 stated that positive attitudes and values toward the environment are acquired with a good knowledge. So, according to Yoglu 2009, having a good knowledge about the environment foster positive attitudes and values towards it. So this suggests that education and awareness play a crucial role in shaping individuals' perspective and behaviors, ultimately leading to a more environmental conscious and responsible action. Knowledge sparks positive change.
A pleasant day to each and everyone. My name is Elicer Vicente and I am the second presenter in our group. So now I'll be going to discuss to you about the characterizing an ecoliterate person. So, before that, we're going to continue first the topic of the first presenter. So, there has been an increasing concern with enhancing ecological literacy in our society. The current literature on ecological literacy emphasizes the role of the scientific knowledge and ecological thinking of identifying cause-effect relationship in socio-environment system in order to allow more enlightened decision making. Therefore, its primary pedagogical goals are cognitive and experimental. In this, it differs from the broader concept of the environment literacy, which incorporates civic literacy that pertains to changes in the values and the behaviors, and this is also contains that these effective and moral pedagogical goals, according to McBride et al. 2013. Characterizing an ecological literate person. Dr. Tom Pook 2002 of Lakehead University characterized an ecologically literate person of the 21st century as the responsible lifelong learner who strives to improve the human condition and environment within the context of self-human groups, the biosphere, and the ecosphere. The ecologically literate person, in order to achieve the aforementioned ultimate goal, should become first an inquirer who actively secures the order to carry out ecological responsibilities. This also enables her to reach her own potential and a place in the physical and the natural environment. Second, a reflective learner. It is understand the value and the limitations of human knowledge, the power and the limitations of the natural world, the role of the intuition in real life pursuit, and the role of the self as it is manifested in one's personal narrative. Third one is the intelligently self-directed, who engage in self-appraisal, set new learning objectives, develops plans to achieve the objectives, carries out those plans in a flexible, inquiry-directed manner, and reflects on the whole process. So in the intelligently self-directed, it is about creating the standard of the or sets of new learning objectives to develop, plan, and for able to achieve the objectives.
Good morning, classmate. Good morning, ma'am. So we are the group 9 and my name is Haisalyn J. Sahisa. So we are the group 9. So our topic is all about eco-literacy. So my assigned topic is environmental literacy, ecological literacy, and eco-literacy. So now I am going to discuss the different types of eco-literacy. So first is environmental literacy. The second is ecological literacy. And the last is eco-literacy. So first is environmental literacy. So environmental literacy is the ability to understand and appreciate the relationship between humans and the environment, and to art responsibility towards it. So it is involves having a knowledge of natural systems, environmental problems, and possible solutions, as well as the skills and motivation to participate in environmental action. So when you talk about environmental literacy, this is the relationship between humans and environment. So for example here, a person who reduces their carbon footprint by using public transportation or recycling, demonstrating an understanding of environmental issues and taking action. So next is number 2 is ecological literacy. So when we talk about ecological literacy, this is the ability to understand and apply ecological principles to address environmental issues and promote sustainable practices. So when we talk about ecological literacy, for example, of ecological literacy is the ability to understand the natural system that make life on earth possible. So this is talking about this is the ability is to understand the the natural situation. So in this earth possible. The next is the last one is eco-literacy. So when we talk about eco-literacy, is this is to understand and apply the principles of ecological systems to to create sustainable human communities, society. So for example, here's in eco-literacy is so choosing locally sourced organic food over processed items transported long distance. So this is the example of eco literacy. So that's all. Thank you.
A pleasant day to each and everyone, especially to you, Ma'am Mariel. Today, I will discuss about the environmental literacy, ecological literacy, and the eco-literacy. So, environmental literacy, it refers to the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to understand and address environmental issues. In the general conceptions of environment, we have the problem and the field of values. Next is the dominant educational objectives. So here, we can develop problem solvings from diagnosis to action. We can develop a system of ethics and adopt environmentally responsible behaviors. The primary pedagogical approaches are cognitive, pragmatic, and the affective or the moral. So, environmental literacy also has examples of strategies like case studies, issue analysis, problem-solving project, analysis and clarification of values, and criticism of social values. Next is the ecological literacy. It refers to the understanding of the relationships between living organisms and their environment. So general conceptions of environment of ecological literacy is the object of study system. And the dominant educational objects is we can acquire knowledge of ecological concepts and principles, develop our skills related to the scientific method, observation and experimentation, and develop systems thinking analysis and synthesis. Also, understanding environmental realities in view of informed decision making. In the primary pedagogical approaches, we have the cognitive and experimental. Also, ecological literacy has examples of strategies. So we have here the observations, demonstrations, experimentation, case study, environmental system analysis, and the construction of ecosystem models. So the last one is the eco-literacy. It is the understanding of the relationships between human systems and the natural environment. So eco-literacy, in the general conceptions of environment, it's shared resource for sustainable living. And the dominant educational objectives are promote and contribute to economic development that addresses social equity and ecological sustainability. It also develops the dimensions of one's being in interaction with all aspects of the environment, and also it developed an organic understanding of the world and participatory action in and with the environment. For the primary pedagogical approaches, we have the cognitive, pragmatic, holistic, intuitive, or the creative. And for the examples of strategies, we have the case study, social marketing, sustainable consumption activities, management project, immersion, visualization, and the creative workshops. And that's all for my discussion. I am Vicente Carmina S.
Good day, classmates and Ma'am Mariel. Today, I will be reporting on the topic greening initiatives in colleges and universities. Greening initiatives in colleges and university increase awareness of environmental degradation and concern for its rehabilitation, have prompted colleges and university to green their campuses. A green campuses is a place where environmentally responsible practice and education go hand in hand, and where environmentally responsible tenets are borne out by example. The NEIWPCC and the Green Campus institution is a model environmentally community where operational functions, business practices, academic programs, and people are interlinked, providing educational practical value to the institution, the region, and the world. With the growing awareness of environmental problems like pollution, climate change, and waste, schools, especially colleges and university, are now taking action to help save the environment. This is where greening initiatives comes in. So, what is a green campus? So, a green campus is a school that promotes environmental responsibility in everything it does, whether it's how the school is run, how lessons are taught, or how the students and staff behave. It's not just about planting trees, it's about creating a community where people work together to protect the planet. So, a green campus serves as a model community, meaning it shows an example of how environmental practices can work. It connects the school's daily operations like electricity, waste management, and transportations, business practices, and academic programs in a way that benefits the school, the local community, and even the world. So what are the benefits of green initiatives? Even though making a campus green is not easy, it takes time, effort, and money. It has many long-term benefits. So let me explain the 5 majors. So first, we have the environmental and economic sustainability. So a system-wide culture of sustainability helps preserve and enhance what the institution value today as well as for the future. When a school builds a culture that cares about sustainability, it helps protect the environment and also ensure that the school can keep running well in the future. It's about planning for both today and tomorrow. So second is reputation as a leader through example. As colleges and universities offer courses environmental management, engineering, law, and regulations, and assessment, greening initiative provide them opportunity to practice what they preach and make their mark as environmental leaders. Colleges and universities need to examine their own organizations and implement on their own campuses what they, the public, expect their industry to do. Schools that teach environmental courses can also practice what they preach by going green. Schools become role models and can be recognized as leader in promoting sustainability. So third, we have economic benefits. A routine curriculum-based environmental audit program that reveals waste and inefficiency associated with campus activities coupled with the identification of environment-friendly alternatives can yield significant cost saving for the institution. Green initiatives can save money, for example, by doing environmental audits, checking where energy or resources are being wasted. Schools can fix problems and find cheaper, economic friendly. So we have number 4 is real life work experience for students. Environmental audits and pollution prevention evaluation can be integrated into the curriculum, providing students with hands-on investigative problem solving experience that they can take with them as they enter the workforce. This experience not only makes your student more marketable, it also provides them with the kinds of broad thinking skills that allow them to succeed the thrive once they are employed. Environmental audits and eco projects can be part of the curriculum. This gives students hands-on experience that help them develop investigative and problem-solving skills. This kinds of training makes them more prepared and more competitive when they graduate. So the last is the improved quality of life on campus. So a green campus is a cleaner, safer, and healthier place to live and work. And lastly, a green campus is a cleaner, safer, and healthier place to study and work. It makes campus more pleasant for everyone. So the overall of my report is greening initiatives in colleges and university are important not only for the environment but also the schools, the students, and the community. It may take effort but the benefits are worth it in the long run. So that's the end of my report. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Good day everyone, especially to Mom Mariel. I am Trisha Santos and in this morning I'm going to tackle about the enhance. So when we say enhance, ecological literacy is a form of transmittive education that requires shifts in 3 related areas. So first we have the perception or seeing. And second, we have the conception or knowing. And the last one is the third action or doing in schools. Teachers are also required to shift emphasis through the following from parts to whole subjects are to be taught as integrated, not as isolated units in the curriculum. From objectives to relationship, an ecosystem is a community. Communities are characterized by sets, network, or relationships. Schools put premium on relationship-based processes such as cooperations, collaborations, and decisions making. From objective knowledge to conceptual knowledge, this shift requires one to explain properties of the parts within the text of the whole or in the terms of an environment and system from quantity to quality assessment. Have traditionally emphasized standardized testing in terms of quantities, numeric scores, and measurement. Schools are challenged to design assessment more adequate than the standardized tests if they are practice this principle. So that's all about my report.